Hi, I'm Marty New. I'm the co-creator and founder of Climbtime Yoga, created with my son Somerset. I'm sharing with you what was created with just such joy and love that I hope you find in it the same deep personal connection with your child as we have found.
My name's Rosenberg, and I'm a physical therapist.
My name is Selinger, and I'm a speech-language pathologist.
I would say I'm basically integral yoga trained. It's very gentle yoga, hatha yoga.
I work with parents, I train parents, and I come from an interdisciplinary perspective, and I think that using yoga as a medium for parenting would be unbelievable.
I became just obsessed with child psychology, and we brought in great experts.
I work with children from 0 to 3 primarily, and I work all the way up to 99.
The collaboration of all of us, just vetting out the details of this and workshopping it, have just made it something I'm just very proud of.
What differentiates Climbtime Yoga from other parent-child yoga programs is that it teaches parenting, and I think parenting is an invaluable skill. You're setting up the foundation for this child. You're setting up that emotional foundation, the intellectual foundation, the attachment between the parent and the child.
With clear communication, which is an element that we've laid into Climbtime Yoga, you're actually telling your child what to do, not what not to do, because when it's phrased in that way, it's like when you're skiing. If you look at the rock, you're going to go for the rock. But if you look down the slope and how you want to navigate, that's where your focus is.
It kind of looks like a fun yoga program, but really in disguise, there are therapeutic techniques embedded in this yoga.
It looks at you as an individual and starts from where you are, and then actually sets up a program so that you can strengthen yourself in a very organized, systematic way.
It's progressive. It's generative psychology. You're wanting your child to succeed. And as a parent, it's deeply fulfilling, and it makes you focus yourself in your parenting. As a parent, when you're doing Climbtime Yoga, I feel like you're walking the walk. Instead of talking about being a good parent, you are being a good parent. You have set aside time that is kind of sacrosanct to spend with your child.
It's for the parents that are motivated to become better parents, and to make changes, to understand their children more.
To come together and to work on your own body strength and to work on your own development as a parent is just a wonderful thing. Especially for somebody who's just given birth. I think it's really wonderful because you do feel out of shape and out of sorts, and here you are with an infant, and it's supposed to be the happiest time of your life. But the truth is that it is challenging.
After childbirth, you need to heal and re-strengthen. And with Climbtime Yoga, you start working with your child, and it's like the child starts healing you and starts strengthening you, and then you give it back.
I think everybody could do Climbtime Yoga. You could be very, very weak, and it's just the place that you're starting. And over time, you build yourself up.
It's the attachment, and Climbtime Yoga is promoting a safe, secure attachment between the parent and the child, which is one of the most valuable things in early childhood. The brain develops most rapidly early on, and the most learning that as a human species that takes place is actually early on. It's the first few years of life where you see the most changes.
It changes as the child gets older. So initially you're doing more gentle moves.
When we're born with a genetic code, and the best way to express that genetic code is through nurture. And it's the quantity of these interactions and the quality.
Often people are confused by the consumer world of buying every single thing for your child, but really what your child needs is you. Kids have more toys than they'll ever play with in a lifetime, but what they need is attention from their parent.
You're setting up emotionally a child to feel safe and confident. It allows a child to explore the environment. It allows a child to really learn more from the environment, whether it's motorically, whether it's learning language. And for the parent, by having a safe attachment with the child, it decreases the stress in the parent.
And as the child can tolerate it, you increase the amount of challenges for that child. And as they get older, you really work on their balance and equilibrium, which is important for every child in terms of every activity, any kind of sport.
Once you learn Climbtime Yoga, You can do an asana of 15 minutes at any time. So if you're feeling like, oh, my child's going to have a meltdown, you can turn the situation around by just choose his favorite asana and spending that time with your child, just stopping the chaos, stopping right then and there and doing some Climbtime Yoga can just turn the environment around immediately. Change the energy, change what could become a fight or just a really negative charged atmosphere into something of just ease and fun.
When you're learning something new, it's really important to establish a good foundation.
Childhood, that's where you should be figuring out what you love. It could be the simplest thing. It's like Nabokov loving butterflies, and that his mother nurtured that wonder until he became, this amazing Lepidopus, I think, Lepidopus. And it's because he learned to trust himself so deeply, not to discount it, not to say, oh, I need to become an attorney to do this, to make a living. That's where we're going to get brilliant people from. Parents supporting their child's wonder and their desires and teaching them to trust themselves deeply, that is where they need to be.
As we know that if a parent is stressed, it can affect the child. So by keeping a parent focused and de-stressed, there's this dyad where the child can learn more from the parent, learn more from the environment, and then also as the parent will feel more comfortable with the child.
It's confidence building for the mothers and for the fathers working with their children as they get stronger and more sure. And it is so confidence building for the children when they can do something and at first not so well and they build at it and then they accomplish it. That real life process of achieving something just instills a confidence that stays with the child for the rest of their life. We have taken care to develop the practice safely and to layer in safety techniques, so the grips and the holds when a position, an asana is introduced to a child, when they're ready for the inversion so it's safe for their neck and their trunk.
My feeling is that this is a wonderful place for everyone to start in terms of a class. A parent who's just given birth, a parent with a small child.
It's really about the experience. It's about the words that are being used. It's about physical contact.
There's a huge amount of support.
It's a beautiful distraction that really what you're strengthening yourself with and developing your strength back from childbirth was your child, getting it back to you.
It's sitting down and having good quality time.
You learn to balance your life, your needs, and your child. And it becomes like a huge physical metaphor as you're balancing your child in these complex moves, but you're also strengthening yourself. It really is. It's balancing life and your child.